Hello everyone, welcome first year students English section, Faculty of Commerce, Salat City University. This is Reem Sobhi. I am a teaching assistant at Insurance, Statistics and Mathematics Department. This is section number 4 on descriptive statistics course on chapter 2 titled Frequency Tables. Let's continue our learning objectives. In section 3, we already know or define the types of tables, of frequency tables that we would hope to learn in this chapter. And we said that there is many types of frequency tables. The first type is the tables according to the variable type. And we have two types of variables, qualitative variable and quantitative variable. In section 3, we already learned how to make or how to build the frequency table for the qualitative variable, either nominal or ordinal. And in this section, we would learn how to prepare a frequency table for a quantitative discrete variable. The other type of tables is according to the number of variables of interest. And we have two types of tables. Univariate frequency tables, which are organized for only one variable of interest, and bivariate frequency tables, which is organized for two variables of interest. And in section 3 and in this section, we would learn to make the univariate frequency tables for only one variable of interest. Other types of variables is the relative frequency tables and cumulative frequency tables, and in this section we would learn how to make relative frequency tables. Okay, frequency tables for quantitative discrete data. So this is the second type of frequency tables according to the type of the variable. As we just said, we have three types of frequency tables according to types of variables. Frequency tables for qualitative variables, and frequency table for quantitative discrete variables, and frequency tables for continuous variable. This example, the following table is for the number of family members. The family members takes an integer numbers, so this is a discrete variable. So in this frequency table, we can see that the classes here takes 0, no members, or 1 member, 2, 3, 4. And these are the classes of our variable of interest, which is the number of the family members. Then the second column of the frequency table is the frequency for each class. And for the class of 0 member, we can see that the frequency here equals to 4. And for the 1 member, the frequency is 6. For the 2 members, the frequency is 10. And for the class of 3 members, the frequency is 6. And for the class of 4 members, the frequency is 4. The total frequencies, which is the sum of all frequencies, equals to 30. Let's answer the following questions. The level of measurement of the variable number of family members. The variable of family members, as we just said, is a quantitative discrete variables, as it takes an integer values, which are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So all these values are integer values. So this is a discrete variable. So the discrete variables are measured using the level of measurement, because 0 here means the absence of the family members, and we can make any mathematical operations on the value of the variable. So the level of measurement for this variable is ratio level of measurement, and the correct answer is D. Question 2, the type of variable number of family members. We just said that the number of family members variable is a quantitative discrete variable. So the correct answer is A, quantitative discrete variable. The number of 3 members or more recorded is. Here he's asking about the frequency for the class of 3 members and more, which is 4 members. So he needs the total number of frequencies for 2 classes, the class of 3 members and the class of 4 members. The frequency for the class of 3 members equals to 6. So for the class of 3 members equals the frequency equals to 6, sorry. And for the class of 4 members, the frequency equals to 4. So the total frequencies for the 2 classes, which is 3 members and more, as there is no more than 4 members here in these classes, and this the total frequencies equals to 10. And the correct answer is C. Another question, the number of less than 3 members recorded. Again, here he is asking about the frequency for all classes less than 3 members. The classes less than 3 members are 0, 1, and 2. All these classes are less than 3 members. And the frequencies the frequency for these 3 classes is, for the 0 class, the frequency equals to 4, and for the class of 1 member, the frequency equals to 6, and for the class of 2 members, the frequency equals to 10. So the total number of frequencies here equals to 4 plus 6 plus 10 for the 3 classes, and this equals to 20. So the correct answer is B. The number of less than 3 members recorded is 20 individuals in the sample. Another question, the number of members with the greatest frequency is. Here, by looking to the frequency table, we can see here the highest frequency is 10, and this for the class of 2 members. So the greatest frequency is 10, and this for the class of the number of family members, which is equal to 2, and the correct answer is D. As here he's asking about the class with the greatest frequency, and the class here is the number of family members equals to 2. So the correct answer is D. Another example, 4 coins were tossed 30 times. Each time the number of heads was recorded as false. So this is a game, and the game says that you have to toss 4 coins, and each time you toss the 4 coins you have to record how many heads did you get. And for the first time we tossed the 4 coins, we get only 2 heads. For the second time we get 1 head. For the third time we get 2 heads, and for the fourth time we get no heads or 0 heads, and so on till the end of 30 times. What is the type of the variable number of heads? And at any level it's measured. The level of the type of the variable number of heads is a quantitative discrete variable, as the number of heads may be 0 or 1 or 2 or 3 or 4. You may get 0 heads, you may get 1 head from the 4 coins, or 2 heads or 3 heads or 4 heads for the 4 coins. And these are an integer numbers, so the value of the type of the variable number of heads is a quantitative discrete variable. And 0 means the absence of the heads. So this variable is measured at the level of ratio level of measurement. The second question is asking you to organize the data in an appropriate frequency table. As we just said in the section 3, in order to construct a frequency table, you have to first determine the classes of the variable. And here, the classes of the variable are 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then we have to construct the table consists of two columns. The first one is for classes, and the second one is for the frequencies. For the 0 class, by counting how many zeros did we get in this sample, we can see that we have 1 and 2, 3, 4 zeros. So the frequency of 0 class is 4. For the class of 1 head, we can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have 6 times that we get only 1 head. For the class of 2 heads, let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we get 10 times. For the number of heads equals to 3, we get that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We had 6 times. For the number of heads equals to 4, or the class of 4 heads, we get 1, 2, 3, 4. Only 4 times. Let's put this information in a frequency table. Classes and frequencies. The types of classes are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. These are the number of heads that we will get. The frequencies are 4, 6, 10, 6, and 4. The total frequencies for all classes equals to 30. Question 3 is asking you to construct the relative frequency table, and in order to make the relative frequency table, we should add another column for the frequency table, or the original frequency table, and this column is called ratio. In this column, we will compute the ratio for each class, and this by dividing the frequency of each class by the total frequencies for the all classes. So for the first class, which is 0 heads, the total frequencies for this class equals to 4. So 4 by the total frequencies, which is 30, we get the ratio of 0.13. And for the second class, which equals to only 1 head, the total frequencies of this class is 6. So 6 over 30, which is the total frequencies, equals to 0.2, and so on for each class. For the class of 2 heads, we get 0.34. For the class of 3 heads, we get 0.2. For the class of 4 heads, we get 0.13. And the total ratios, the total of all ratios for the all classes should equals to 1. This is the relative frequency table for the quantitative discrete variable. This is the end of our video. Thank you for watching and sharing your time with us. Hope it's useful to you, and see you at a next video. Thank you, and good luck to you all.